July 2017. Washington, D.C. and 29 states, including states surrounding Utah, have legalized some form of medical marijuana. The people of Utah are looking to legalize medical cannabis to treat a list of diseases that people suffer with day to day. August 10, 2017. The Utah Patients Coalition gets government approval to start collecting signatures for a petition to get what is now known as Proposition 2 on the November 2018 ballot.
I'm Desiree Hennessy. I am the director of the Utah Patients Coalition. Honestly, if you would have told me 10 years ago that I was going to be fighting for medical cannabis for every day of the week, I probably would have laughed at you. But I have a son that is 24, and he has chronic disabilities, and one of them is chronic pain. We had our little petitions that we would take around, and they had the bill on it, and in the beginning we had to have 113,000 signatures from all across Utah.
Only 4 days later, on August 14th, they collected their first 1,000 signatures in a line for a Willie Nelson concert. January 9th, 2018, Governor Gary Herbert releases a statement saying, "I do believe that people support marijuana use for medicinal purposes. I'd support it too. I just want to have science behind it, making sure that we understand it does do something good, not just anecdotal." He also said that if Proposition 2 does get passed, he will replace it with a different bill. To make sure the science behind it is not just anecdotal, we talked to Karen Wilcox, the professor of pharmacology and toxicology at the University of Utah.
My name is Karen Wilcox. I am a professor and the chair of the Department of Pharmacology and Toxicology at the University of Utah in the College of Pharmacy here. I research epilepsy and also do drug discovery and trying to find new treatments for patients with seizure disorders. Recently, the research community has been very excited because Epidiolex, which is a new drug that was produced by GW Pharmaceuticals, has now been approved by the FDA to treat patients with different forms of severe epilepsy. There's a lot of interest in whether or not different extracts or compounds that are in the marijuana plant can maybe help with neuropathic pain, untreatable pain. There is definitely very good evidence to suggest that THC can help with the nausea that is associated with treating people with cancer chemotherapies. And there's also some evidence that different extracts from marijuana plants can maybe be helpful in multiple sclerosis to mitigate some of the spasms that patients have with their multiple sclerosis.
Day to day, the pain was just unbearable. He would scream, easily, 24 hours a day for weeks on end, and we had nothing to give him. And yes, we do use it now. The impressive part for me is how well it's worked. Now we give him just the smallest amount of medical cannabis, and in his G-tube, it's just an oil. He not only is not in pain that day, but there's no lasting effects of the drug. So that's been a miracle for our family, and a miracle for him, just to not have to have this chronic pain all the time.
On August 20th, 2018, the LDS Church emails all Utah church members urging them to vote no on Proposition 2. On November 6, 2018, Utah voters passed Proposition 2 53% to 47%. Later in November, Governor Gary Herbert calls the legislature into a special session to propose a bill to replace Proposition 2. The bill, which is now called House Bill 3001, leaves out some of the key things included in Proposition 2. After many lawsuits, attempting to sue the Utah government for their actions has failed. Things look to be staying where they are, but a debate is stirring in Utah as new laws about propositions are being put into effect. Many of these are promising change.
Prop 2 was wonderful. I wish we could have kept it. Standing at the Capitol this year, legislators are coming to me with ideas. Legislators are excited to start this. Not one person has walked away and said, "I don't want to talk about this year." It's all, what can we do to help? It created the conversation that we have been wanting to have for, 3 or 4 years. So I could be angry. I'm choosing to just say, we finally have what we wanted. We have conversation. I'm legally medicating my son. I'm helping people legally medicate every day. And we're changing hearts and minds, which is what we always wanted to do.